ain't gonna expose. I'm not like that. I'm not a snitch. Virginity. It's a hush hush topic.
Yeah. They love me.
Let's see if your parents raised you.
It's deeper than the physical.
What up, fam? Welcome back to the Juxtaposition, everyone. Welcome back to the Juxtaposition. I'm Nana, and I'm here alongside my lovely, sometimes nice co-host,
Janet.
And Bernice.
Yes, and we're back
with another one.
Another one. Guys, how was you guys' weeks?
It was
keep
good.
it short and cute, okay? Because people don't want to hear about.
You should tell that to yourself. You say that to yourself. But I was like, can we spend 10 minutes just talking about like our day?
First of all, fix your tone of voice.
Like,
I don't talk like that, bro. Fix your tone of voice. I don't talk like that, bro. What are you talking about? I don't talk like that. Don't tell the people I talk like that, bro.
He does.
Anyways, he's like, can we spend 10 minutes talking about our day? And like what happened? And like, yeah.
It seems like you guys have a lot on your chest.
No, I'm actually exhausted. I don't know why. I think something happened. Oh, you know what? It was from the Saturday. I'm still catching up from Saturday because you
you guys had a busy week.
And it was a long weekend for me and Nana-ish.
Yeah. What do you mean ish?
Because you didn't have to wake up early in the morning on Saturday to come practice. You just stayed home.
He caught something.
Apparently he caught something.
First of all, I caught
stomach bacteria.
I caught food poisoning, guys. I caught food poisoning last week. And I decided on the Saturday, I'm choosing me. After all the times I had to get up and go to work. And I said, I'm staying home. You guys didn't.
So did you tell the person that?
I told the person I wasn't feeling good, and I wasn't lying. It's actually true. I wasn't feeling good. Guys, I was diarrheaing, all that
Diarrheaing
stuff.
all over everything.
All over the place.
I didn't want to tell
TMI.
you. I was diarrhea probably 30, 40 times. I promise. I'm not even exaggerating.
Your bum is tired.
Water.
Oh my gosh, TMI.
I'm sorry, but I had some bad food.
It was not good.
Yeah. So.
Well, that was Nana's week. This week, yeah, that was
my week. Well,
aren't you technically
last week? I'm off this week, so it's nice. But at the same time,
by the time this comes out, it's gonna be.
That's true. Yeah. I'll be back. But yeah, I'm off this week. But it's been nice. But I don't want to ruin my sleep. You know when you have like a schedule and you work out and you go to work, and so now I'm not going to work. I don't know really when to work out, and I feel more lazier than having.
You usually you work out like in the afternoon.
Yeah. But then I get more lazy because I'm just like now I want to watch TV and do all the things, but I need structure.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
no, go.
That was a good one.
No, that's good.
But I just finished a summertime fine. Sorry, I'm just shouting out Sydney Cummings because her name is Sydney Cummings. She does exercises. If you guys are at home people, these people are gym people. But at home works. Don't let them fool you. It works.
I ain't saying anything.
I'm an at home person. People look at me like, oh, at home it doesn't do anything, but it really does.
You just need equipment. That's basically
yeah. But I finished I think a 60-day program, so it was really really good. Summertime fine. If you're looking for any workouts, shout out to Sydney. But yeah,
speaking on her staying home and stuff, if you're interested and you need a show to watch, you should watch Lincoln Lawyer. It's actually interesting. It's a good. The actors are great.
Did you start it?
I started last week or something like that. There's only 2 seasons. There's not that many episodes, so you can catch up.
Mm-hmm.
I think a new season coming on.
It did come out, but the episodes I think are weekly. So if you're interested in lawyer work and murder mysteries, that's a good one.
Also, a doctor show is good too. The Good Doctor. I'm getting back into it, but it's a really good show too.
I watch Better Call Saul right now.
Better Call Saul. Okay,
that's a good one.
What is it about?
Honestly, sometimes TJP listeners, I watch some great things, but I can't be promoting it because
it's inappropriate.
No, I have some inappropriate things in it.
Yeah, but the basis of the show is good.
Right, there's a movie right now that's fire, but I didn't even tell these guys. I'm not even gonna say anything. If you guys people watch it. It's fire.
Who's in it?
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, I know that one. The one on Netflix.
What is it called?
I started it.
It's so good.
I started it, but then I was like, ugh. It's too tense for me. No, but I know it's good. But I know I don't want people die, right? Oh, nobody dies?
No.
Okay,
it's
good.
10 out of 10.
Okay, good. No, I know they had good reviews. What is it called?
They cloned Tyrone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I started it. I just was.
There's no sex scenes and stuff like that, but there's
language and stuff.
Language and this. Watch
Yeah,
out
I be
your own
hating shows when it's like it's so good, but
yeah,
then let's ruin it with
you didn't have that. Like
it doesn't need
they had
to
like
be that.
like maybe like a strip club scene, but no one's naked. It's just like they're walking in, and that's the only one. That's the only thing I remember. But
Yeah.
it's like it's one of the movies I think we're gonna remember like
In
10
years to
years
come.
ago and be like, yo, you remember this movie?
That's good.
This is an old movie.
No, this is new.
Yes.
Oh.
Like a week.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is getting back out there,
Right? And Jamie Foxx, he just came off his sickness or his health scare.
Healthcare, yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything just worked out well. Like they cloned Tyrone and people be like, oh, they cloned Jamie Foxx and stuff like that. And it's just crazy.
Promotion, man. That's how you get
Self-promotion.
It's good.
Yeah, so.
But
okay, Janet.
let's get into it. So I watched Meet the Perrys.
With the Perrys.
With the Perrys.
It used to be called 30 Minutes with the Perrys, but
Yes.
it's no 30 minutes anymore.
Oh yeah, they go past it because they're like, yeah, we can't do that. We used to be an hour, but guys, Anyways, it'd be too much. But I watched their episode with the Perrys, and I don't know if you know them. They're a good Christian couple. They do spoken word, and so I came across their podcast, and they have an episode. I forgot what the whole episode's called, but basically, there's a little snippet that they put up on YouTube, and it was called "Why Men Don't Go to Church." And so I wanted to pose the question and kind of let us talk about it and see what our opinions are on it, and kind of dive deeper into the topic a little bit. So
no, why don't men go to church? Because you're obviously the only.
Yeah, you're the man. So speak for the larger.
Based on your perspective.
Yeah,
I think men are focused on career. They're focused on career. They're focused on friends. Extracurricular stuff, basketball and stuff like that, soccer, whatever it is. And I think people are just not comfortable with entering into something new. It's like they're like, I don't want to meet new people. Like one of my friends just came to church a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. I mean, he said he's gonna come back, but like it was just, I can just see that he wasn't as like comfortable. It's easier. Sometimes it can be easier, like because you grow up in the church. Yeah. But then there's some men that grow up in the church and they go away for school and then they come back and they're like, this doesn't feel right. Then they never like return. So I think men are focused on other things, and then they do those other things like, okay, I'm gonna go back or something like that, and then they don't go back. And it's crazy because now I look at when it comes to our church, there's so many great men in the past that don't come anymore. Like men that were so well versed in the Bible.
Like they don't come to this specific church, or just they don't go to church in general.
That's a good question.
100% they don't come to our church anymore, but even to go to church?
Yeah, probably like a handful.
Yeah, it's like they probably don't go to church from what I know, right? So it's like, it's kind of scary how like there's so many women in the church, like Wonderland, especially if you're single, like, but there's no men.
Yeah,
there's no men. So then when one comes, it's like shocking. It's like you have a friend that invites your male friend, and then you'll see if it sticks. And if it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. You'll never see that person again.
Yeah.
Like some men will come to church and they'll fall from the face of the earth. Like you wouldn't even see them. No, like nothing. I'm doing this. I'm feeling some type of way. They will just leave the church. Right? I was talking to my friend Enoch. Shout out Enoch if you're listening. He built a great friendship in the church, and the guy ended up leaving. And he said it hurt him because it's like he didn't even like say anything to him, and how like special a friendship is. You guys know how it is. When you find that person, it's super special. But the guy just left, right? So I don't know what it is. Well, I told you, some of it is like all the other stuff, but it's hard for men to stay. And there's a lot of women in the church. So why are there so many women? Why are women more serious?
That's a good question.
Do you have an answer?
I don't know if it's serious, but I think
priority,
and maybe like just women are naturally the type of people to kind of like, I guess, follow along what they've been trained to do. Like it's a natural inclination
to go with the grain, not against the grain.
Yeah, like I think it's like it's for their home. Like this is something that's like Like they know it's traditional. They know the benefits that come from it. If I go to church, if I bring my children to church, it'll get my children off the streets, or it'll keep them on a straight and narrow pathway.
Or you will see the mom with their children.
Yeah,
all the time.
You never see a
and
dad
the man
bring their children.
They still be married, and the man doesn't come.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Bear a lot of baby mamas, and their children, and a lot of like women with their husbands, but their husbands is not there.
Yeah. I just think, I feel like men, I think that they said this with the Perrys too in there about like being valuable and like being used. Like men, I feel like men want to be used. They want to be used in a way where they're seen as something that's valuable to this place of worship. So if you're coming in the building and somebody like the friend that came, and you don't feel like you're worth something, like there's nothing that's like, oh my gosh, this person is here. Like, what do you have to offer that we can use here in the church?
Do you feel like there's a lot of positions for females to take on, like children's ministry, welcomer?
Yes.
Where the men don't feel as comfortable to take on those positions.
But it's not their fault. It's not
their thought process.
It's the thought process.
I know.
Because men often think you need to have a manly position or a manly job in order to be considered
like
a man.
Musician or tech.
Or pastor.
Or there's not a lot of, or pastor.
Yes, somebody who's in the forefront that's leading the pack. Not just, hello, good morning, welcome to welcome
and it's
to
vice
church.
versa too.
Right.
They're
It's
not
true.
looking at the girls to do tech. They're
Or
not
to
looking
do,
at the girls to do
music, in terms of
music,
playing
all
the
of that.
band.
Yeah, they're not
So
looking at
a
it.
lot of the men are
Yeah.
the band. In the band, a pastor, tech, like you said, and then the women are doing the ministry in terms of children's ministry because that's just natural, right? And it's the traditional way.
Yeah.
But in our church, it's actually flipped. We don't have a lot of women anymore
What do you mean?
in terms of
Yeah, that's true.
in children's ministry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
It's changed. So that's what I'm
Which is
saying.
crazy.
So,
We've flipped it though.
but I think it's the generation has changed.
That's also true.
I
But we
feel like our
welcome
mindset
more,
has
like-
changed. Yeah, we're not kind of like, oh, I can't do that. Like,
Yeah.
men don't do children's ministry, or like that's not natural for men to be doing that. I think it's changed a lot.
Do you feel like people are still even though it's changed, they still kind of like a woman should be in the leader? Like, what do you think if a male was in the position of like
The director
of children's over that? Like, would they still be like, oh yeah, a man is leading the children's ministry? Comments?
They will never pick a man to lead children's ministry.
Why?
Okay, let me not say that because we had Pastor Andrew.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would never say never, but they're most likely inclined to pick a woman to be the lead, which is kind of sucks. Like,
But why do you think so?
Yeah.
because someone actually told me this: women are more nurturing, and I'm like, I'm nurturing too. That's not fair to say. Like, just because women are the more nurturing ones and stuff like that, that's not fair. Like, men can be nurturers too. If that's
That
the
is
word,
true.
You know, so it's like people will go to her instead of me, and like, oh, Bernice, this, Bernice, that, Bernice,
It's true.
this, because she's a girl. Bernice knows it all. Not like you know it all, but like that's what they're Bernice knows it all. Bernice is this person for this. If Bernice is not there, TJP listeners, if Bernice is not there,
showing
oh my
running.
God, are you okay? Oh my God, is everything fine? Oh my gosh, this, that. I'm looking at you. Everything is okay, bro. Like,
I've been running this.
like, exactly. Why are you looking at me like this? Everything's okay.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Being valuable in a sense where it's like, it didn't feel like you're being you're not worth
it just feels like
anything.
I'm just a person
That's just filling the
whole
that's
filling
gap.
there.
Yeah.
That's a bodyguard
If she's
that's
not
telling
there, we just
hey, be
put
quiet,
him
be
in.
quiet, be quiet. That's what guys. People think I'm probably Jay. Just be quiet. You just stop talking or something like that.
Like the disciplinarian part of it.
So then how do we change that in churches? Because
Sorry, I have a point before
okay,
you go on.
Yeah, go.
I was hearing that the point of why like more women are like in the church and then men, where it's because like even with the toys that they play with, like women play with kitchens and stuff like that and babies, and so like and the men are more driven into like careers or whatever. You have like a Bob the Builder or something like that, and it's kind of like all driven into society's way of putting us into those categories. And so more women are in the church to nurture the children, and then men are more likely not to be in the church in that way too.
But I just think that's just natural, right? It's not like it's intentional about like
No, of course.
creating that division. But I think at the end of the day, as you grow older, you have to make the decision of like changing your mindset of like, okay, this is not just a woman's position.
Right.
There's certain things that women can do, but it doesn't mean this is particularly for a woman to be doing only. And like, just because it's woman driven doesn't mean a man can't be in that position. But I was gonna say like, I lost the question anyways. But anyway, what did you say?
Were you gonna go back into like community?
No.
Okay, sorry. I was gonna ask the question.
But I'm just saying like how does the church, how do you change that in church? How do you make a man feel valuable when they come into the church?
You said that point earlier, and what came straight to my head is like the man also has to try too. Like you have to try. Like even with my friend, like someone came up to him. No. Actually, I introduced him to someone like, yo, this is my friend. And then the pastor's talking to him and stuff like that. So yo, come back next week. I want to like talk to you. Like we're gonna. So I feel like that was a great like example. But maybe like the friend can help the friend, if that makes sense. Like someone can help the friend, push the friend out, throw the alley-oop, and then the people can help. But I think the man has to try too. Like especially if you're yearning for something, if you're searching for something, if you're searching for community, you have to try. Because if you don't try, you're just gonna keep on going to church and then feel like, oh my God, no one is reaching out to me. I don't feel like anything. But it takes time too, not just one time.
Yeah.
Not just once. Yeah. But it is true though. I do see men like a couple of times, and I'm like, are anybody talking to these guys? Like, I would even go to like a men's breakfast, and I'll meet a couple of guys, and then every time on Sunday I'll see them, and I'll be like, yo, what's up? Like, you good? Like, But then there's some new guys like Oscar. You know who Oscar is? You know who Oscar is? If you see his face, you know who he is. This guy came to the church, newcomer to the country. Now he's immersed in the church. He's doing he's helping Amanda do stuff. He's singing. He was singing at the mental health seminar.
The one with the hat.
Yeah, and he's dark skin.
Nice.
He was singing at a mental health seminar. He helped Pastor Trevor. All this stuff. He's trying. You know what I'm trying to say? So you have to try. If you don't try, then it's hard for me to hear you complain like, oh my gosh, like these guys, both ways. You have to meet them halfway, So
what do you think, I guess, draws men? Because I know a lot of men are like, they go to basketball or they go to like a sports event or something that's like outside. Like, what do you think is help men draw them to the church in terms of like make them interested in wanting to participate in kind of like Bible study? Or is it just kind of like nature? Like,
but what's going on?
Thought?
Business phone call or something?
Sorry, but can I stop you for a second?
Sure.
I just want to say this. I think one of the things that can draw men is those deep topics of like mental health, sexual sin.
But they have that. That's what I'm saying.
Do they?
They do. There's things that it's like, it's not just for men. It's just overall. But and they still don't come. So even if you, like, I'm just saying this for specifically our church, because that's obviously the only thing that I have context for. Yeah. But I'm saying like if it's something that is for everyone, most of the time men won't come. Yeah. It's just, that's just how it is. No matter what you say, it could be specifically for men or it could not, and they still won't come. Yeah. So I'm thinking like my thing is, what's the relationship with God like? Right. And so I think
should be the first thing.
It's because there's one thing if you're a new believer. Yeah. There's another thing if you are not a new believer and you've been in the, like, you go to church when you're younger, yada, yada, the whole shebang. Yeah. So then how's your relationship with God? Because then you have to start with that, because nobody can give you your value in the church. Like, if you're looking for your worth from someone to say, hey, can you come join this team and be a leader? it's not gonna last because eventually you're gonna get frustrated and tired and be like, okay, I'm gone, bye.
I think what's important though for them, at least to help them, guide them into getting into like coming to church regularly and being like consistent, is like definitely mentorship. I don't know. I just think like if you have someone who's already got you under their wing for a long period of time of your life and has grown up with you and has introduced you in church, like we have many of those, like you have those, I feel like it helps to develop their character.
I
like
seeked out for that.
No, that's what I'm
that's
saying.
true. I'm saying like there's both sides to it.
But I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna be like, well, there's not actually quite a lot of people who are at the place of mentoring other people yet.
That's true.
So I find that based on what I see, there's not a lot of men that are at the place of mentoring other people, and so it's very scarce. Or there are people who are supposed to mentor other people, but
They're not.
They're not.
And that's I see
that
a lot.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's
just so
why I
focused and
find
worried
where a lot
about
of
their lives.
yes, and a
That
lot of
is
people
true.
are so focused on
themselves. Yeah,
that it's like there's so many young men who are looking for mentors, but they're not at that space to be like, oh, I need a mentor. But
yeah.
it's like there's not available people to come in and mentor those young people. So I can understand why, like, if you don't have an older guy coming to you like, hey, guy, like, you know, it makes you feel like, hey,
important.
Somebody sees something in me.
Yeah.
And then you have like 10 people to one person.
Yeah, like.
And it's like, bro.
That's true. Like,
how's this
and you
person
can't
supposed to
handle them
manage?
all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't. And even with and sometimes even with a men's group, it's hard because some people are shy. Some people are not going to talk.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get those quiet ones. And they're probably just going to fall into the shadows, really, if you don't have that 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 or, you know, low ratio, of course.
That's what I'm saying. If you consider someone a mentor, you have to run to them. Like, you can't just wait for them and be like, oh, this person didn't call me. No, you have to run to them because, like, they're a mentor. They're not your friend, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of people get a mentor. It happens for a month or two, and then it stops because they feel like this person not checking up on them or something like that. No.
But it's hard, though, because you would think it's hard to switch your mindset from understanding what a mentor's job is.
Yeah.
Because you would start treating them like a friend. Like, oh, this person didn't text me or didn't call me for the past 2 weeks. I'm always texting them. But it's like you have to change your mindset when you're looking for a mentor. But I think that's my answer as to why men don't come to church. I think they don't have that
solid mentorship.
Yeah, they don't have the man to look up to.
That's true. Females do.
Like, you can look up to your pastor, but the pastor is busy.
That's
booked
true.
and busy. They have other things that they have to worry about, and to fit you in is going to be too difficult, right?
Yeah.
They can't give you everything that you're looking for. So I just think, like, yeah, if you are a person that's like God's calling you to mentor somebody for like in this season, please do, because there's women out here who want to get married.
Do you?
That
need good men.
That need good men, healthy men who are ready to like lead
There's
a family.
so many women being ripened for marriage.
Yeah, and then there's
like by the time we get to that stage,
it's bottlenecked.
That's true.
It's bottlenecked.
Also, another segue into it is like, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting my thought. Wait, come back to me.
Come on,
come back to me.
I had it.
Okay, got it. Like I was also watching a podcast, Dear Future Wifey, awesome too. Check it out. But they were saying like how men are like not ready yet. Like not ready to marry. Like they're into everything, like their maturity. And so they don't really, you know, get serious about God or get serious about relationships. And so when women are ripened at the age of 25-ish, some have been saying about 30, 35, that's when their head screws on and they're like, I'm ready to like think about relationships because I don't have the money yet. I don't have a certain capital to marry.
That's why you see the young girls marrying the older guys because the older guys are ready at that time. You know, I don't like naming names on this. So let me not name names, but you see it, you know?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, yes, guys are just not.
But it doesn't have to be like that.
No, it doesn't.
It falls back into mentorship.
Yes,
and
it doesn't.
grooming them to get
literally.
No,
It's
it
all
doesn't.
linked.
It does not have to be like that at all.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what it seems like how
It's
everybody
happening.
is.
It's true.
It's like no one wants to say, yo, I want to get married like
Yeah, man.
26, 27.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
No, legit. Like no, I know somebody that turned 30 this year, and just by the way on the way I see their life on Instagram, it don't look like this person get married anytime soon. Like I'm talking about 5 years later, he probably will be like, "Hey, I'm
focused now. I'm
trying
ready
to figure out where my wife is in my life."
And they don't even talk about it. They don't even want to talk about it. They would never talk about it. Yo, I still see guys 35, 36 not wanting to get married.
Yeah,
which is so.
It's kinda
Why
scary.
wouldn't you want to get married?
Do you think?
I don't know.
Okay, but I think this is something maybe controversial. I don't know. It's not controversial, but just an opinion. Do you think our mindsets have come because of our parents, not just at our own natural?
No, because my parent, my mom wants me to get married at 35, 36. Stack this up and make sure you have this. And
I actually heard a parent today from summer camp said the same thing. She said, "Get everything right. Get everything you want first, and then get a relationship."
Yeah, is this person African? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, you're never gonna have everything. You're never going to have everything. So let's cut that stupid stuff out. If someone's legit, you find someone legit, sir, ma'am, let's get this ball rolling, okay? Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm not ready." Okay, you say you're not ready, then that person's going to leave you and find someone else.
Yeah.
You know, like, and this is going back a little bit, but I look at like one person that's one of my mentors. Like I look at Pastor Trevor and I look at him like he's LeBron James. That's how special I look at him. Like, bruh, like I look at him like he's driving a Bentley or he has millions of dollars. Because I look at him like, look at this guy's family. Like, look at his kids. This guy's rich in
the kingdom.
In the kingdom. Like, look at this. Why wouldn't I want this?
That's true.
So it's mind-boggling how men don't want to be serious. I still don't get it.
We also need good examples.
Maybe I need to talk to people.
And maybe they're not seeing good examples of good family men.
Me. Never had no good examples.
Pastor Trevor is your example.
You're right.
It's
You're
like
right.
He's
You're
your
right.
Yeah,
example
you've seen
that
it
physically
from point
seen.
A. You actually saw him from point A, from a single man,
Facts.
to a married man,
Facts,
to a
facts.
family man.
Facts,
You know what I mean? So like, it's true.
We don't have those
you
examples.
don't see that as often where you see single man walking with the Lord, doing his job, getting married, having kids, and then raising them in the church.
We be seeing it backwards.
You know exactly. We
be seeing
kids.
We be seeing kids.
The mom.
I'm sorry, then the mom. Then maybe marriage.
Maybe.
Then maybe a kid in between, and then
Or we be seeing the kid. And then the mom never gets married ever again. And then the guy goes and gets married and has his own family. We don't want broken families.
We don't.
We want complete whole families.
The point of the matter is we need men to come back to the church.
Come
We
back.
need men to leave the church.
We do.
We need men to leave.
Because it's like women are starting to. Not that they can't. Okay,
That's what I'm saying,
don't
but
get me wrong.
there's a way that God designed it, and we're trying to go back to the original design.
Yeah.
So we can't let the enemy just up and take it and just reverse it and mix and match it, and then say this is the picture that God wants. No, he's deceiving us, and I think a lot of the young people are getting deceived for sure. Like hands down,
I feel for
this
them.
money idea of like getting your money,
Get
getting your
rich
bag
first.
You know, dibble dabble here with some girls and try it out and see how it goes. And if it don't work, then try the next one. If you have a kid, it's okay. You can still raise them.
Just keep going.
Just keep trying. But it's like, no, we can't waste time because time is obviously we don't have time forever. So it's just like, come back to God. Like whoever is listening, please share with the friend who's a man whose life is looking a little.
They're being led by their own mind.
A juk in the chest to wake up.
Be like, there's things that need to be kingdom.
I was gonna say like I don't think I ever met a girl that wasn't serious about marriage. But there's some girls that's been so damn scarred from these men.
That is true.
That they're like, I think I'm going to be married in my late 30s. I said, damn.
No, it is so true.
Are we that doomed?
Girls
Are
be
we that
waiting.
doomed?
They're waiting.
And like, this person was saying like, oh, like I see like foolishness happen in my church and these men do this, they're cheating. And then when they cheat, like, the congregation is finding out about these extra kids, and I'm like, I can't even blame you for having this perception about men because this is what you see in your church too, where we're supposed to be the most holiest place.
Well, it's supposed to be a place where broken people are supposed to be put back together, right?
But in our minds, that's what we feel
then
like.
I think
the
it's
holiest,
the best.
most
Yeah,
holiest.
it's the thing, like
to find.
because you would think because you're getting put back together, you would stop doing those things, or like you would start to change your ways, right? But most people, I wouldn't say most people, but there's some people in there that are just coming in there, getting bandages, and then leaving,
Correct.
and then come back again
Come back
with bigger wounds. It's like you can't listen. The pastor has one job, and that's to lead, right? He ain't there to fix you.
He can't cover everybody.
Yes, he's leading you to the person who can fix you, but you yourself have to be willing to be fixed by the fixer. So I just think, men, we need you. And this is not like I feel like, I don't know. Men just, we need you. You're valuable. So if you haven't heard it yet, you are very, 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 very valuable in every aspect of life. So we need you guys to come and submit to the Lord. Come in
the children's program. We want to see. They want to see men also.
Yes,
be good
young
fathers.
men.
That's
young
like
boys
a
there
way to see.
Yeah.
And you know what happens a lot too? Is there's always, every generation, there's always a big bulk of men, young teenagers,
young boys,
big bulks of
That's true.
young teenagers. And then as time goes on, dwindles, and then the ones that are serious end up staying. But I think my young boys that I feel like,
if we can get one out of the 100, we did our job. That's literally it, because that one has many other generations to come.
Yeah.
So
I think my young boys are gonna be good.
Amen.
I think they're gonna get married, get a great job. Do
well,
all
you're
that
showing
stuff.
the start.
Yeah,
And I be honest with them too. They be asking me questions. No, have you ever had sex? Mm-hmm. Said, damn, this early in the morning.
But it's so good because
let me ask you this.
Be open with them. If you're not, they're gonna run and go find out themselves.
No facts. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm gonna break any question you want. I'll break it down. I tell them about my feelings, all of that stuff.
It's
we have deep conversations because it's important. That's what we need, man.
Yes. So
healthy
great
men,
healthy men,
and women too. We're trying to raise you too. I mean, they're trying to raise you. All of us are trying to raise great women, young women.
The Lord needs us. That's what He's telling us. We need to go back. He needs us. The enemy out here fooling us.
But this conversation really, like, just is mind blowing. Like, it's mind blowing. Just on like, where are these guys, and why are these guys not thinking about marriage? It's amazing, and I don't even know what it is because I'm not even married. But it looks amazing. So.
Anyways, I think that was a great conversation. If you guys have any comments, any questions, we want to hear your opinions on this topic. Where are the men? Tell us where are the men.
Tell us if you know.
Where
please,
they at, though?
Tell us in the comments. Tell us where they are. Yeah, so that they can come on the podcast and explain why we can't find them.
Right? They can tell their opinion.
They can share their own.
Yeah.
So,
but
we'll have a part 2 of this episode.
That is true. Maybe someone else. Maybe we can invite a guy to tell us
about it. Yeah. He deals with young men. So
we're gonna invite somebody to help us.
Good one. That's the next one.
What's it called? Tear apart, dissect this topic
Pastor
a little
bit more. Pastor Prince, you heard that, eh?
Yeah. Okay, he be listening though. He be listening, so I think he's gonna hear.
Well, I think that's all for this episode.
Yes. So what should they do?
Well, the basics.
Yeah.
You're gonna you're gonna subscribe, and then you're gonna comment. Oh wait, don't forget to share.
Yes.
And then you're gonna go to Instagram. You're gonna type in our name, the Juxtaposition Podcast _ underscore. Make sure you put underscore because you might follow somebody that we don't know. But we changed our profile picture so you can probably see it's pink and it has
pink and popping,
melanin popping on there.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle, so just if you see me, you'll know. I'm just joking. Humble. So follow us on Instagram, Spotify. Get us up there. Get those numbers up there. The more people listen, the more we're out there. The more we share this content and get all this stuff out there.
Yes.
And if you have any topics you want us to talk about that we haven't talked about yet, please share. If there's something that's interesting, let us know.
Yes, and thank you guys for your support. Thank you for always listening and, just being good TJP family to us. So,
is that what they're officially called, TJP family?
Yeah, we're going to call them that.
TJP family!
Family!
We say
family! Anyways.
We are the Juxtaposition crew and we are out of here. Peace.